quickly things change. Frankie, just a week ago, the Oilers, Flames, and Sens all seemed to be in a bit of a free-for-all. Now, all three clubs are on winning streaks, albeit brief ones just yet. But which ones are building momentum and which ones are merely a mirage? Let's start with the Ottawa Senators.
The Ottawa Senators are building momentum, and one of the issues for the Senators this season has been spotty goaltending. So once they rectify that, they have a very good chance to be a competitive team in the Atlantic. You take a look at some of the metrics offensively, they're a very good team. They're much more improved defensively in their own zone, and you would think that would lead to not letting in as many goals, but the problem for them has been the goaltending. So once that gets going in the right direction, I see no reason why the Ottawa Senators can't keep building momentum and charge up the standings in the Eastern Conference.
Speaking of goaltending that had hurt them up until this point, what about the Oilers? They fired their head coach. They demoted their #1 goalie. They rattled off 2 straight wins. Plus, they won Jay Woodcroft's final game behind the bench. Momentum or mirage?
Building momentum, Gino, but I would say that it was heading in this direction before the coach, Jay Woodcroft, got fired. You take a look at what was going on offensively for the Edmonton Oilers. They were getting a lot of chances. Their star players were. The depth players were. They just weren't scoring. It wasn't going in the back of the net. At some point, we were going to see a correction there for the Oilers. Now you change the coach. The correction is still going to happen regardless of who's behind the bench, Gino, but things are going in that direction for Edmonton. And yes, similar to the Ottawa Senators, if they can get some kind of semblance of reasonable goaltending, they will be a very good team. They've dug themselves quite a hole here in the Western Conference. It's not going to be easy. They're going to have to play at a significant clip here to get themselves back in the mix. But when you have the 2 best players in the world, or arguably the 2 best players in the world, certainly you can build some momentum.
But you're right. It's a deep hole right now. What about the Flames? Their turnaround has been boosted by great goaltending. Jacob Markstrom has now won 3 straight starts, allowing a total of just 5 goals over those starts. Is the Flames turnaround momentum or a mirage?
A little more of a mirage, Gino, and I'll tell you why. Jacob Markstrom has played great. Yes, he goalied the Montreal Canadiens a little while back, and then they played against the Vancouver Canucks team that just didn't have it. It's been a rare night for the Canucks where they just didn't have it, so Calgary finds a way to win that game. But you take a look at Calgary, there's just not enough of quality chances that they generate to say that this is going to be something that's sustainable and propels them up the standings. They've always been a decent defensive team, whether it's been Huska or Sutter. They've kept that MO, but there's just not enough there offensively for me to say that they're going to build momentum and climb up the standings.
By the way, FanDuel thinks the streaks can indeed continue. The Oilers and Flames are favorites tomorrow night, while the Senators are slim underdogs against the Wild in Sweden.